Hey everyone, so today I'm going to run through my eyelash growth products that I've tried, what I would recommend, and hopefully be able to answer some of the questions that I've received about them. So I've done a few videos about this already, so I'm not going to bore you all with the story behind why I decided to try these products. Needless to say, it was because my natural eyelashes were dead from false eyelashes and they needed a bit of TLC. And I've actually tried 3 different eyelash growth products. When I first started doing this, the market was very much emerging. There was only really Jamarini and Revitalash. They were the only 2 on the Western market. So I went for Jamarini. It was the first one I tried and I used it for about 18 months. And I felt that it was working really well. I felt that my eyelashes were longer, I felt that they looked much healthier. But by the time I'd finished using my second tube of Jamarini, I noticed that there were tons of other products flooding the market, and I wanted to find out how they worked and whether they would be any better than the Jamarini product that I tried. I was definitely happy with Jamarini, but I felt that maybe there was something out there that could work even better than that. And there was, and it was Enormous Lash, which is made by Intuit Beauty, and it cost about $95. And I was seriously impressed with this product, and I did a separate video about it called The Secret of Good Eyelashes. That's how impressed I was with it, because it just gave the most amazing length. And I was really shocked because I thought after using Jamarini for 18 months that my eyelashes would be kind of saturated from these kind of ingredients and that it wouldn't make any difference at all whether I tried something else. That was as good as it was going to get. And I'm happy to say I was wrong, because I noticed that my eyelashes were longer. They seemed a lot stronger as well, but I also noticed that they were starting to curl, and that was amazing because that had never happened with the Jamarini product that I was using. So I was really pleased with Enormous Lash, and I still feel that I would recommend it, but they have reformulated it since. So this was the first formulation that I tried. The second formulation is slightly different, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on, but I would definitely say Enormous Lash was a brilliant product for me. But of course I wanted to see if there was anything else out there that would work even better than the Enormous Lash, and the third product that I tried, and the one I've been using the most recently, is called Eyelash, and it looks in a tube like this, and it costs an enormous amount of money. It's $140 on their website, but it's slightly cheaper if you buy it from eBay, as I did. It was like $110. So this was the third one I tried, and I have to say I'm really impressed by Eyelash as well. And I would say it's given me just that extra bit of growth and length that I didn't have with any of the other products. And I kind of feel like it can't really get any better than this now. This is as long as my eyelashes are ever going to be. When I put mascara on them, they look fake. I never use an eyelash curler because they've naturally curled up, and I'm just really happy with them. So if I had to recommend a product out of the 3 that I've tried, I would have to say it would either be Enormous Lash, which is in the old formulation, which you can't get, so it's a bit of a pointless recommendation, but I'm just telling you this was a really good product for me. And obviously Eyelash, which I think I would be so interested to see how this product worked on someone that had never used any of these, because I think it would lead to amazing results. Now I've had some questions from you, and a lot of them apply in the same way to each product, so I'm just going to run through them and try and answer them as best as I can. So first of all, how do you apply the product? Well, basically it's the same in all cases. So if I show you, each of these products just has a brush like that, and it's kind of, you apply it as you would an eyeliner. So you just apply it on the very top of your eyeline, right next to your lashes, and you just apply it before you go to bed, and that's it, and let it work its magic. I've had some questions from people wanting to know how I would apply it to my lower lash line. Now personally, that's not where I'm interested about getting the growth, so I've never ever thought about applying it there, and I don't think I've read any reviews either where people have said that they would apply it to the lower lash line. I think it's much better just to concentrate it on the upper lash line, because naturally some of that product is going to seep through anyway, so you don't really have to worry about applying it separately. Now, because these products are really quite controversial and there have been a lot of investigations by the FDA, it's not surprising that I've got some questions from people asking whether I'm concerned about the investigations that have gone on and also the side effects that you would get from these products. Now, I've used them for a really long time. I can say I've never had any side effects at all. But you should be aware that a lot of these products contain a derivative from a glaucoma medicine, a side effect of which is eyelash growth. So leave that up to you to make the decision whether you want to try these products. I have to say some people have reported darkening of the irises or that their skin on the top of their lash line is slightly redder than the rest of their eyelid. I've never had any of that, and I think that mainly came from the very first generation of Giammarini's product, which was pulled from the market. The only side effect that I've noticed, and this isn't really a side effect, but when I used to apply the Giammarini product, my eyes did sting slightly if a little bit of it got into my actual eye. But with Eyelash, with Enormous Lash, I've never ever had that. My eyes are pretty sensitive and I've never had any problems with any of these products. So I can actually say, just based on comfort, that both Enormous Lash and Eyelash have basically been the most comfortable formulations for me to use. When you first try one of these products, you'll be like me probably and obsessively checking your eyelashes every morning to see if they've changed and grown overnight. You're not really going to see anything dramatic until maybe the 4 to 6 week mark, so you have to hold out until then. I've got this question a lot from people wanting to know whether if I stopped using one of these products, would my eyelashes kind of shrink back to their natural straight short state. And I have to say that I did have a 3-month break. It was about 2 to 3 months between Giammarini and Enormous Lash, and I didn't notice a massive difference. I noticed that my eyelashes were still healthy, they were still pretty long. It's not like they suddenly dramatically reduced in length. If anything, the impact was so subtle that I didn't even notice it. But what I am interested in doing is doing a little bit of an experiment and having perhaps a longer break between Eyelash and my next product that I'm going to try, and see if there is actually any difference. So when this cycle of eyelashes basically is replaced by a natural cycle of eyelashes, are there dramatic changes in length and the actual curl? And that's something I'll keep you updated on. These products are marketed to absolutely everyone, so they're not exclusively available to females. A lot of the pictures on the websites might give you that impression, but they're absolutely open to everyone. And I encourage anyone who, either through lack of confidence, through the side effects of a critical illness, or perhaps you just want to look better with your makeup on or something, these products are available to everyone. Now, I'm highly aware that the products that I've talked about are really expensive. When I bought them, the exchange rate was pretty good. Now it's not, and now I'm thinking about the cheaper alternatives as well as anyone else. And I think it's really important to note that there are other products out there on the market that you can try that don't come with quite a hefty price tag. One of them is obviously the Ardell Brow and Lash Accelerator, which I believe online retails for about $3 to $5. You can get it really cheap. Some people have really good results through that, so that's definitely one to look into. Another one that I've heard about is by Mavala, and it's called Double Lash, and again I've seen it online for about $20. I know that in the UK you can buy it in Space NK for about £20. It's also worth noting that Allergan or Allergan, who are the makers of Botox, are bringing out a product probably next year that I believe you're only able to get from your optician, so it has to be kind of prescribed to you. But they've recently been approved for it by the FDA, so I think that will be coming out pretty soon. And I think it's kind of a mark of a change in the market, in that these products will start to become widely available, and hopefully what that will mean is that the price tags will start reducing so that the companies can attract a wider market share, because at the moment they're quite premium priced. So I said at the beginning of the video that I am going to be trying something else, and I also talked about the fact that I'm going to have a break between Eyelash and my next product, which I'm definitely going to do, and I'm probably going to have maybe a 3 to 4 month break. But the next product that I try after that, I've already got my hands on it. And it is the new Enormous Lash. And I mentioned before that Enormous Lash reformulated, and they now have one that's basically paraben free, and it also doesn't have the derivative from the glaucoma medicine, which is called prostaglandin. So it's meant to be a much more natural, safer, kinder formulation. So I'm really intrigued to try it out and tell you what I think. This is the packaging, this is how it comes. I believe you can buy it in Nordstrom's as well. Really nice little package, and then the tube is like this, very pretty design. I like the fact that they've kind of changed it and made it a little bit prettier than this one. So that's just a little quick rundown for you. If you made it to this point, well done. If you've got any other comments or questions that you would like me to answer for you, please just leave them below and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching, everyone.